Hello everyone, Footy Trader here from myfootballtrading.com with another video. I hope you guys are doing very well, by the way. I hope you enjoy those videos and the format. This is really something that every trader should do, not necessarily in this form, but going through the games, having a system and preparing a watch list up front for the weekend, I think is really key for the success. So this is something that I definitely recommend, and you know, I'm not saying you should follow my approach, but preparing a watch list, going through the games before the weekend is a good idea. In this video, I'm looking at Serie A games in Italy, and we have some good looking games like Milan, Lazio, Atalanta, Juventus, you can see. So let's see what the market is telling us, right? What chances each teams have, and what the odds are, yeah? So without further ado, let's give it a start. So but I'll start with Lecce against Napoli. By the way, Lecce, I wasn't sure whether to put it in number 4 with Lazio and Roma or number 5. Lecce is 6th in the table, by the way. Lazio is 12th and Roma is 16th. But I think you know, they will get over this poor start. For now, I've left it at number 4. So what the market is telling us: Lecce is facing Napoli. Napoli number 2 for me at the very moment. So Lecce is 482. The market agrees Napoli being 174, 2.77 times better team. So good news there. Milan, Lazio. Yeah, Milan number 1. For me, you can argue it's number 1 or number 2. With Inter being number 1, you can argue maybe Milan should be number 2. But for now, they are number 1 for me. Lazio is number 4. The market agrees. We have 177 and 484. Pretty similar to the Napoli-Lecce game. Then we have Salernitana against Inter. Inter number 1, Salernitana number 6. So of course you can expect 141 for Inter. Bologna against Empoli, 2 poor teams, category 6, category 7. Bologna 165, Empoli 528. I'm not going to argue with that because those teams are just performing poorly. Udinese against Genoa. We have it here. Udinese 238 and Genoa 324. I don't think Udinese is a better team. They are 18th in the table. In fact, Genoa is 11th. Do I want to lay Udinese is another opinion. I will add this to the watch list and see, maybe there is a value in laying Udinese. Genoa won their last game. They defeated Roma 4-1, and that was in fact yesterday. So yeah, we will see what happens there. I'll check what will happen with the odds. I think this should be flipped, those odds. Yes, for some of you saying they are poorly performing teams. You're right, and this is why I'm hesitating here. Do I want to lay Udinese? But Udinese is performing really poorly. Not only in 6 games they didn't win any. They had 3 draws and 3 losses. They scored only 2 goals in 6 games. So putting them as a favorite, I mean, not a huge favorite, right? But a better team than Genoa, I don't know. That's why it's a yes. Okay. So this we said it's a no. Empoli, it's a no. This is a no, and this is a no. Okay. So let's move on. Atalanta against Juventus. Again, what do you think? Before even me putting the odds, always ask yourself this question. How would you value this game? For me, Atalanta is number 3, Juventus number 2. So what would you expect for the market to tell you? Yeah, of course, Juventus odds should be lower. How much lower? Is it like 2, like even money for Juventus and 3.8 for Atalanta, or 1.8 for Juventus, 220, 230? What do you think? So if you answered this question, I will now reveal what the odds are for those of you who don't know. Okay, Atalanta is 2.52 and Juventus is 2.81. So in fact, the market is telling us that Atalanta has a bigger chance of winning. Do we agree with that? I don't. I don't agree. Yeah, if you look at the table, Atalanta is 4th, Juventus is 3rd. Would you say Atalanta has a bigger chance of winning? No. So I will add this to the watch list. Moving on, AS Roma versus Frosinone. Where is this game? Here. Okay, we have 1.47. Rome 4th against Frosinone 5th. The category 5th team. Yeah. Not gonna argue with that. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, and then we have Sassuolo against Monza, 5th against 6th in terms of the category. So I'm expecting Sassuolo odds to be lower. This is what the market is telling me, 2.23, 2.97. And here, interestingly, I have the same situation, Torino against Verona, and we have Torino 183 and 475 for Verona. So let's pause for a second here. I will just add Fiorentina against Cagliari because this is a no. 147 and 714. Not 700, but 714. This is a no. So what do we do with this one? Sassuolo against Monza. So this has to be... If we have those teams in the same category, I do at least. You don't need to have it. Maybe you have it in a different categories then. But we can't say that one team is 133 times better and the other is 2.6. Yeah, there is something wrong. So let's have a deeper look. Sassuolo 9th in the table. Monza 15th. So it's 9th against 15th. And Torino Verona is 10th against 14th. So the question that you have to ask yourself here is, out of these odds, right, we have, let's look at the home teams, Sassuolo and Torino. 223 for Sassuolo, 183 for Torino. Which of these should be lower? Is it that 223 is too high and should be lower? Or is it that 183 is maybe too low and should be higher? Yeah. For me, it's not an easy one, guys, really. But for me, Sassuolo, if I was to select Sassuolo odds, this 223 should be a little bit lower. Sassuolo has some good results recently. Yeah, they've defeated Verona, actually. They lost with Frosinone, but then they won with Juventus and they won with Inter. So you have again, car analogy. So you have a car that raced against the Ferrari Inter, and they won the race. They raced against number 2 category team, I don't know, Mercedes, and they won again. And now they are facing number 6, which I don't know what can be. I don't want to be rude for any car brand. And the market is telling you that they have only 44% chance of winning. Okay, I'm adding that to the watch list. I think those odds should be lower. And for Torino, I think they are maybe okay. So let's do that. A tricky situation really here, and definitely let me know, right, what your opinions are, how you would treat this information. Maybe you don't have this problem because you have those teams in different categories. But I'm adding Sassuolo to the watch list. 223, I think it's good odds in the current circumstances for this team. And because they've defeated Inter, they defeated Juventus, and I know that previous results don't matter, but they are giving me some indication on whether to invest in this team or not. Yeah, and this is why I think at these odds I would do it. Yeah. So again, Atalanta against Juventus is the first one on the watch list. Then Sassuolo against Monza and Udinese against Genoa. This is the least likely entry market, but it's here, right, to see what will happen with those Udinese odds. Okay, good. So that's Serie A for you. Bundesliga and Liga remaining. Stay tuned for that. Happy trading and stay tuned.